Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you two games that I played in the captured King Tiger. This is a tier 8 American premium heavy tank with regular matchmaking. The first game I'm playing is a standard battle on Erlenberg with tier 9 as the top tier, 2 artillery on the enemy team and 3 on my own. For this game, my tank is equipped with a gun rammer, vertical stabilizer, and improved ventilation. I am using an American crew which has 20 crew skills and perks, and I am platooned up with Mixey360 who is in a King Tiger. We're headed off to fight at the castle, which I've been tending to avoid when spawning on this side of the map. So many times you take huge early game damage crossing. I cut in a little too early here, which did not help my odds, but fortunately I made it without taking any hits. We didn't get a ton of support over here, so it's just going to be about holding this position and just try to slow the enemy's advance as much as possible to prolong the battle, since they most likely will have a numbers advantage over here, and by giving them a few targets to shoot at, it helps increase our chances of not getting swarmed right away. The enemy is now starting to push in from both sides, so Mixey360 and I are going back to back here, and fortunately our two supporting teammates divided up the same way. One important thing to remember when you are going back to back with your platoon mate in a situation like this is to keep the enemy in a position where they can't shoot the tank behind you. It sounds kind of basic, but when the enemy starts to put this kind of pressure, you're always tempted to back up, so just keep it in mind that you're better off taking hits from the front. It's something I sometimes forget about in the heat of the moment. Now this was a fun little trick here, face hugging the low, and then just using him as cover as I track the flanking Tiger 2, which helped stop the enemy advance by just a couple seconds there. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do now with the enemy in a full swarm here. In death, I was able to be a little helpful to Mixey360, blocking his side for a few seconds. Some simple things there that worked out well, in a position that could have just ended up being an absolute disaster. We didn't stay in the battle to watch the end of this, now let's check the post-game stats and see how we did. For this game I earned 193,000 silver with a 2x multiplier and 25% from an op, some great silver earning even on a loss, and earned 2,713 experience with a 2x multiplier. In this game I dealt 2,817 damage, assisted with 235 damage, and destroyed one enemy while blocking 1,600 damage. Unfortunately, this only earned me a Mastery Badge 3rd class. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 861. I managed to hit 20 of my 23 shots and penetrate 12 of those. Mixey360 also had a good game with 798 base XP and 1,910 damage. It's worth having a look at the Object 430 Stage 2 on the enemy team that absolutely slaughtered us, with 1,944 base XP, a Top Gun, and 5,370 damage. Congratulations to Stringed Mouse 76. I didn't do anything in terms of crew and module damage there. The second game I'm playing is a standard battle on Karelia, with tier 10 as the top tier and 1 artillery on each team. I have the same equipment, crew, and platoon mate as last game. Being bottom tier heavy tanks, Mixey360 and I want to head to the open area of the map. That way we have more opportunities than just shooting at the front of tier 10s. Now we didn't get much support over here, just a few snipers hanging back. so we're not going to be going aggressive here, and really just hoping to create a staggered formation here to just keep those enemies spotted so our snipers can do their work. So this kind of setup just helps slow the enemy down again. I think at this point the enemy might have been getting a little overconfident since all they had spotted out so far was 2 tier 8 heavy tanks, because they're crossing open areas while spotted instead of following the usual pattern, which is driving up along the A line and then down the 1 line. No complaints from Mixey360 and I, who are getting some easy opportunities from it. This motherland crossed the open for a 3rd time now. His gamertag suggests that he might be more focused on the fact that he has no beer money rather than no hit points. I was surprised to see an E100 taking up a position in the middle of the map there. He can stay there as long as he likes. I knew it was a little risky to be peeking out here at this stage in the game, but it seemed worth it to get a shot on the E100 before he can advance. So close to taking the E100 out there, and that was the 2nd shot that the GW E100 used on me. Now it's up to Mixey360 to hold the flank there. No pressure, bud. Fortunately, my team managed to finish off the E100 quite quickly, which only leaves 2 tanks over here. The enemy artillery managed to deal 1400 damage with that shot, splashing both the Grill 15 and Mixey360. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how we did. For this game I earned 120,000 silver with a 25% multiplier and 6,250 experience with two 2x multipliers. In this game I dealt 2,516 damage, assisted with 1,280 damage, and destroyed one enemy while blocking 870 damage. This only earned me a Mastery Badge 2nd class. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,344. I managed to hit 11 of my 14 shots and penetrate all of those. Mixey360 also had a good game with 1,207 base XP, destroying 3 enemies and getting a heap of assisted damage. In terms of crew and module damage, I damaged the fuel tank in the Motherland and injured the loader in the E100. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing those 2 awkward games with the captured King Tiger. Over time, I've had some requests to see some of my bad games, so these 2 battles just put Mixey360 and I in a sort of tough situation right from the start, with not a lot of epic potential, but we forced some good things out of them. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.